full of hate. He butthurts, cries, and a dark shadow falls over this troll. From the ashes of a once great fandom has risen a meme, an LOL that must be liked. We look to the airwaves for a vindicator, someone to strike fear in the dark basement of the parents who created him. The battle between fan and smart has begun. With a head on his shoulders stands the smart fan, a speaker of truths, with a voice of silence, and a radio show of justice. This is Ring Rust.
So, we got a couple of things going on this week. We got, of course, I'm going to be marking out, of course, about the Cruiserweight Classic. But right now, let's do a preview of Battleground this coming Sunday on PPV, that they're still calling it pay-per-view, but anyway, it's on the WWE Network. It's coming to us live from the Verizon Center in Washington, D.C., So we got 8 matches here. None of them are listed as the pre-show, so I'm guessing something will be made the pre-show or something will be added, and then there'll be like 10 matches. I don't know. Maybe some other matches will be consolidated. Like, what was that? That was like last year sometime when they had 2 matches, and then someone couldn't, like someone got injured or someone got sick or couldn't make the show or missed their flight or something, so they made 1 match out of the 2 matches. Anyway. Or maybe it was a tag match, and I don't know. So, first off, in no particular order I'm going to assume, but I'm just going to read it in the order that it's here in. So, we got the women's tag team match, which sees Sasha Banks and a partner yet to be announced, Bailey, taking on Done with Flair, WWE Women's Champion Charlotte, and Dana Brooke. Anyone who's a longtime listener knows I like naming tag teams, and hey, I just played a Ric Flair song, so copacetic, design, accidental, and I'm going to take credit for it. You decide. Depending, I guess, on whether or not they're going to bring somebody in who they want to side with Charlotte and Dana Brooke. It's like, hey, I'll be your tag team partner, a la Hulk Hogan in WCW in the 1990s. Wait a minute, why are you wearing red and yellow and coming out to American Made? I'm deeply suspicious of this and your handlebar mustache. You're female, right? Why are you calling me brother? Anyway. Oh, God, you're leg dropping me. That might be, well, I'm sure it won't play out like that. It'll be hilarious, though, if it actually played out like that, wouldn't it? But, you know, that's just going to make too many people giggle with mirth, so I guess that's not going to happen. But, like I was starting to say, unless whoever they bring in to tag with Sasha Banks is going to be someone who's going to then turn on Sasha Banks and join Charlotte and Dana Brooke, or just be out on her own. Who knows? I suspect her team is going to win regardless of who actually it ends up being. So who could it be? It could be Bayley. You know, she's not currently, it's been speculated if she's not going to be called, since she never got called up with the draft, she's expected to be called up either shortly before the pay-per-view or shortly after because of this match. So, well, you never know. Well, who knows? Maybe they'll say, oh, well, thanks for coming and helping, Bayley. Would you like a spot on our roster as Sasha Banks' tag team partner? It's like, I don't want to be a tag team partner, but okay, I'll join your main roster. I don't want to be the Marty Jannetty or anything, but either way, I think sky's the limit. You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Gerberology TV. This is Fabo Mark Cerrone. You're listening to Ring Rust. Next up, we have the 6-man tag. Again, I'm not taking them in any particular order, just the order they come up on Wikipedia. So whoever typed them into Wikipedia is how it's gonna, how I'm gonna do it. So we got the New Day. And again, I like naming tag teams. So there's a tag team within the 6-man tags. so I'm gonna do my best to entertain at least myself. So, we have the New Day, which is Kofi Kingston and Tootie Booty, Xavier Woods, who's Tootie, with the trumpet, and Booty, Big E Langston's Booty. So, versus the Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt and the Buzzards, whom, of course, we are supposed to follow, who are Eric Rowan and Braun Strowman. So, the Wyatt family is coming after these guys pretty hardcore, I think, and Xavier Woods is showing signs of wear and looking none too good for wear for the encounter, but I still think, at least for the time being, they're going to come out on top of this one. I hope anyway they will. I can see the Wyatt family winning as well, but, maybe the New Day eke out a win, and then either on Raw the next night or on the following pay-per-view, the Wyatt family win the tag titles. I don't know. We'll see how it works out, but like I said, I think the New Day is going to come out on top of this one. You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Jabronology TV. So the next match we have for Battleground, live on pay-per-view, this coming Sunday on the WWE Network, sees Zack Ryder challenging Alexander Rusev for the WWE United States Championship. And I guess we'll make it challenging with an asterisk, in quotation marks maybe, because I don't think, as much as I like Zack Ryder, and I'm glad he's getting, a shot at being, U.S. champ again, but I don't think, at least not in the first match, he's not going to win it. So, if they want to have a feud, great. Eventually, he'll probably win it. Or, he'll just say, shag it, I'll be in catering. No, you hold the belt. That makes my luggage that much lighter. I'm out of here. Yeah, I kind of foresee Rusev winning this match. I mean, I wouldn't complain, certainly, if Zack Ryder won. I'd have a big smile on my face, actually, if Zack Ryder won, but, I don't think Long Island Ice Z is going to be spiking his hair with that belt just yet. Not yet. If they do a feud for it, then maybe down the road in a couple of months, or maybe at the next pay-per-view if they're feuding on Raw and or SmackDown, then there you go. Then he could win it then. So, fingers crossed. You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Jabronology TV. This is Fanboy Mark Jabroni. You're listening to Ring Rust. So the next match we have for Battleground on the WWE Network this coming Sunday sees Darren Young with Bob Backlund in his corner, challenging The Miz, Mike Mizanin, with Maurice Ouellet in his corner for the Intercontinental Championship. And again, that's a case of he's only kind of just now challenging for it, I guess. He won that number one contendership, though, right? So that doesn't mean he's going to win it, but it means he's now a contender for it, and presumably he'll stay in the Intercontinental title mix for a while, and then eventually he'll probably win it if WWE actually wants to do something with him. Then great, fantastic. Another guy who gets to keep his job, who shouldn't be fired, because he does his job pretty well, actually. So, not great, just, seems like he'd be a good guy to keep around for a while, just to, if nothing else, to, quote, fill a demographic, unquote. We're going to Brooklyn. We're gonna need to have some urban, Darren Young, come here. We got a project for you. Here, put this salt and pepper cap on and pretend you're the Brooklyn Brawler. That actually might work. Now, pretending to be the Brooklyn Brawler might not. So, I'm just moving on. So, yeah, I suspect that The Miz is most likely going to win the title, defend his title. You never know. Darren Young could win it, but I'm predicting that chances are The Miz is going to retain. Friendly fire.
Ha! You're as dumb as I am!
So next up, for WWE Battleground this coming Sunday on the WWE Network sees Becky Lynch taking on Natalya in a grudge match. Not really, just sort of revenge for you turned on me, now I'm going to turn you inside out kind of thing, I guess. So, wouldn't mind seeing Becky Lynch win, but, I suspect the intention is to have Natalya win this match, I think. If I were to put my years of wrestling fandom observation to good use, I would just suspect that, the point is to have Natalya win and then move on from the feud, and then have Becky Lynch move on from the feud and probably head for the women's title and stuff. So I suspect, like I said, Natalya is going to come out on top of this one. Like me on Facebook, tinyurl.com/ringrust. Follow me on Twitter @MarkJabroni. And subscribe to Jabronology TV, youtube.com/fanboymarkjabroni. Ringrust presents Macho Facts. Randy Savage doesn't read books. He stares them down until he gets the information he wants. And the Macho Man once elbow dropped someone so hard that his elbow broke the speed of light, went back in time and killed Amelia Earhart while she was flying over the Pacific Ocean. This is Fanboy Mark Jabroni. You are listening to Ring Rust. So the next match is another 6-man tag. Got 2 6-man tags coming up on Sunday on Battleground on the WWE Network. So we got, and again, you know how I like naming tag teams. So we got Over Like Grover, which is John Cena and Can't Teach That, Enzo Amore and Big Cass, taking on The Club, AJ Styles and Bulletproof, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Usually they seem to want to have the good guys win in a match like that, but I think the point of this match would probably be to have the Club become a dominant stable within the promotion. So I foresee it going that way. It would send the crowd home happy, certainly, if Over Like Grover were to go over like Grover in that match. See? Over like... Anyway. Insider term. I think it's just going to be the Club going all the way with this one. And they're going all the way! Because they're phenomenal. You're listening to Ring Rust Redux on Jabronology TV. So we got 2 matches left for Battleground on the WWE Network, and then on to the Cruiserweight Classic. So, Sami Zayn will be taking on Kevin Owens in just, it's supposed to be the last match of their feud, so, ending the feud, and so, yeah. I don't think either man would really lose anything, lose any footing or anything within the company if they lost, or in the title contention or whatever. So, either man could win, but I think Kevin Owens wants it that much more. I think. So, I think he's going to put up that much more of a fight.
When I was a kid, if someone brandished a shrink gun, he'd get a little bit of respect.
Oh, is it hot in here? Or was I just engulfed in flames? And broads.
This is Tribal Mark Cerrone. You are listening to Ring Rust. So we got 1 match left For Battleground, Dean Ambrose will be defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins in a triple threat match. Now, since Dean Ambrose sort of just won the belt not too long ago, and Roman Reigns has been off with he's been off with his wellness policy thing, and Seth Rollins kind of just came back from injury, I don't really see anything changing just yet. I mean, they'll certainly feud, I'm sure, for the belt, but nothing's really going to change, I don't think, just yet. Nothing against any of those guys, but. So, status quo, Dean Ambrose retains. Like me on Facebook, tinyurl.com/RayRust. Follow me on Twitter @MarkGibroni, and subscribe to Jarbronology TV, youtube.com/fanboyMarkGibroni. This week's WWE Cruiserweight Classic episode saw Yoshihiro Tajiri defeat Damian Slater to advance to the second round, where he'll face Gran Metalik next. Other matches saw TJ Perkins defeat Damak to earn a spot at the winner of Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano. Lince Dorado defeated Prince Mustafa Ali to earn a match against the winner of Rich Swann versus Jason Lee. And Akira Tozawa beat Kenneth Johnson in the main event to face the winner of Fabian Aichner, I hope that's how you pronounce it, versus Jack Gallagher in the second round. Next Wednesday's CWC episode will feature the following first-round matches. Tyson Dukes versus Zack Sabre Jr., Ryan Kendrick versus Paul Mendoza, Anthony Reese versus Anthony Bennett, and Gurv Shira versus Drew Gulak. It's nice to see Tajiri. It'll be nice to see Brian Kendrick, but nice to see Tyson Dukes in the first place. I haven't really seen him in much of anything, I don't think, but it'll be nice to see him in action. That's it for another show, kiddies. Check me out on Facebook, where you can keep track of all the news that's right on the mark, from around ringside to the latest concerts. See you at the shows. Later days.
This is 93.5 CHMR FM.